Okay.
Hi, I'm Roger.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Marcus Fennell. Yes. I'm Janine.
Okay. I got new questions. So what is the current animations you guys are working on right now?
Currently, we're working on a new short that's completely different than what we used to do, where before it was like kind of like action-packed, or it's like sporadic and wacky, like Ben Fred, or like again the action-packed seriousness from Conveyor Zero. This time, we're going to be making a new film called Cucumber Fairy, which is a very wacky but yet cutesy and wholesome film where this fairy comes by and resurrects this cucumber that's gone spoiled. And she does it just by doing a little dance. And so it's almost like, think of like a Japanese like music video slash like Disney, where we're gonna like combine a lot of like fluid animation, cutesy anime effects, and goddamn, we're gonna put that 3D in there. We're gonna do it.
Also, you may have seen this character popping around. His name is Shuva.
Okay.
He's the lead of Ice Hunter. Well, Ice Hunter was made in December of 2018. It's 2023. So look out December this year for a nice little special treat that I like to call the Ice Hunter 5-year to hold you over until Cucumber Fairy comes out. We've got more surprises for you.
Yep. And if any of you are familiar with the game called Kenya Bridge of Spirits, that was a PlayStation exclusive. We managed to get the main voice actor for that game to play the Cucumber Fairy in our upcoming film. So if any of you are fans of that game,
Okay.
Yeah.
And keep an eye on us for early next year. We've also got some plans going on then, February-ish. I will keep that a secret for now.
Okay.
and on top of it all, we now have a functioning store. We've got clothes such as this General Hawk shirt from the There Zero short. We've got stickers such as these, which are cucumber sticker sheets and individuals. And a large collection of coasters all over here.
Okay.
Our buddy Vincent is modeling some of our color alternatives.
And if you pay for $500 in merch, you get a Vincent free.
I don't know if
Not really.
I'm not holding you up to that. We didn't make that promise.
I'll do it. I'll give it away.
He's our most valuable member.
Yeah.
Our album member gets full soul.
We're also running con exclusives. So right now, the current con exclusive is this There Zero coaster, which is only available at cons. We don't have this running online. A lot of the other ones are there in case you want to buy them, but certain ones are going to be con exclusives. So if we make any announcements about what cons we're going to,
Okay.
there's going to be some surprises.
Pay attention to our social media, guys.
Yes, and lastly but not least, we are now on Patreon and Subscribe Star. So if you want to support us and just give us some funding, or join our private Discord, which we've set up, it's just $5 a month.
Okay. So one of the questions that come up for like creators like yourselves is AI. And you guys all went to art school. So you guys are all self-taught.
I mean, like college taught.
Yeah.
Like born with it, honestly, for me. Like,
Self-taught, college trained.
yeah, pretty much.
Self-taught college. Okay. What was your first impression when you started seeing it pop up on social media?
Definitely scary. You know, AI was very intimidating when it first popped out. I mean, seeing just what it could do and how quickly it could turn things out was definitely unnerving. It's been an adaptive process just to figure out, like, how do you use this tool, you know? I mean, it doesn't have to be evil, you know? I feel like it can be used to benefit an artist if done appropriately and, like, ethically, you know? At least that's been, like, my approach to it. I know. Oh, would you like me to repeat that?
Yeah, go ahead. You can do it.
So, like, AI, it was pretty scary when it first came out. You know, it's such a new tool, and it can create things so quickly. So it's kind of intimidating. But as time's gone on, like, you know, I choose to look at it positively. I choose to think, like, it can be used to work for the artist if done appropriately and ethically. That's not to say that it won't be used unethically or won't have like negative consequences.
What's the best tool for an artist like yourselves that you use for AI?
Like AI wise or just
Yeah,
wise?
AI wise.
We haven't really dabbled with them enough to say, I think, but we have like touched like Midjourney a little bit, I think.
Just for concepts?
That was it. Stable
No,
diffusion.
not for concepts, just to play around with it a little bit, see what it can actually do. It's very time-intensive tool that has its own skill set entirely. I'm sure they'll make it like super better, but to get the specifics, honestly, for me, it's just easier to draw it out anyway. So I guess AI would probably be best used in like to assist in parts of the process that are kind of annoying. I know a studio in Japan already, like a small group of people in Japan, already released a program that actually in-betweens for you. But the in-betweens are imperfect, so you have to go by hand and correct them.
Okay.
But just the idea of taking that out, out of the process for people who are trying to make entire films is itself huge. But also, I just appreciate the fact that people are using whatever AI art they make to make some really funny memes, really funny content. I like the idea that AI takes down a bit of that barrier to entry for people who just kind of want to get a quick idea out there.
Yeah. Like if it's something really complex and being used to replace artists completely, that's where the ethical part becomes a problem. But like if it's just something you're doing for fun, or even something like let's say you can't afford a background artist and you're a really good animator, that's where that tool can be used, ethically, so that until you get to that point, you're able to build the network and processing you need to hire an actual background artist. So there's ways to do it. It just requires learning. And I think as time goes on, we'll find our balance and things won't be as scary.
I think AI is best used when it's just you're in your basement, you're making something, you want to show it to the world real quick. AI is not as unethically used when it's you're in your basement, you want to make something and then you want to sell it. I think that's the really big difference.
Like some of the scary ones I've seen, like AI children's books.
Yeah.
Like those ones are a bit more intimidating because it's like, well, no one's going to be able to make a kid's book that quickly. The problem too is like because it uses existing art to learn, there's that ethical question of like, is this fair? But then like there's so many different questions you have to ask. Like artists themselves imitate other artists. Machines also are learning the way a person does. Where does the line get drawn? It's a thin line, but I think humanity will find its way. At least that's balance that line. Ang will come along, bring balance to the world.
And I also think really good AI will come along to spot AI, which already exists by the way. I don't know how good it is.
Okay.
So you can spot a poser and a phony.
Yeah.
So, what studios do you feel that you guys would like to work with in the future?
To work with directly in the future? I mean, personally, I do like it. Like, if we're talking like a network,
Yeah.
I'd like to deal with Adult Swim. They give a lot of freedom to their creators. So it'd be something I'd consider if they did pick us up.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys had anything you were like, if we did get picked up. No, obviously this is all if we go under a contract that we agree on, right? Like this isn't like we go in reckless.
I'm not thinking any American studios right now. Like I'm just not. I'm drawing a blank. Maybe Tubu TV.
Okay.
Rupert Murdoch scares me.
As he should.
For me, it's way forward games. I feel like they have like the sense of like wackiness and tuning. Like they like to bring back cartoon to life. Well, like make it interactive, like playable video games. But also, I feel like they also have a network of a bunch of other animators who will lead us to the right direction. So, because they also try to also hit anime as well. And it could be actually within the state. So.
I think anyone who's willing to give us a good contract, give us that fair amount of artistic control and freedom, I think that'll work in the end. That's all. We don't want to be dragged down by any weird contracts. We don't want to, build our life's work only to have a studio company come and say, our work, not yours.
So if anyone want to hit you up like voice actors, where they want to contact you guys at?
So they can email us directly under studioygkrow@gmail.com. studioygkrow@gmail.com. And this is
Okay.
an example of how to spell that. It's on the shirt.
Okay.
It's got a K in it. But that's where we take our submissions.
Honestly, if you do like search that up, you'll just find the website and everything.
Okay. Well, thank you guys.
No problem. Yeah, thanks for the interview.
Again, second time, it was awesome.
I know. It's like better lighting now.
This is all
Oh yeah.
no longer in the shadows, no longer like falling asleep. Like I feel alive. I feel the sense of like we're all coming together like a big family. Like this is going to be this is great.
Okay. Well, thank you guys.